What's good YouTube, it's your boy Banks, and I'm right here again with another video. So on today's video, I want us to talk about a very important topic today, which is how to raise capital as a forex trader. Should I call it a broke forex trader? You are not broke, you are a rich forex trader. If you know how to trade, if you have the knowledge and you are rich, don't worry. So with the fact that I don't have money doesn't mean you are broke. So I wouldn't like to use that term. It is true that there are a whole lot of traders out there that knows how to trade for real, but they don't just have people that can invest in them or have funding opportunity which they can leverage on, to build their life and start living that dream life, or just have something to live on. Yeah. So that's just the reason for coming up with this particular topic here. So if you are one of those, or even if you are not one of those, or you have anybody that might need this particular video, I want you to watch so I can share it with them, or maybe you should send it to them after this video. Feel me? So just relax and watch it to the end. So the first thing on my list is the most basic one, which is sell things you don't use, or sell things you have two. Things that have double. If you have two things and you really don't use the other one, maybe you use one more than one, you might want to just consider selling that one you are not really using, while you keep that one you use the most. And bro, sis, I'm talking about things, your own properties, or anything that is in your own care. I'm not talking about your mom's, your brothers, or any of your relatives' property, or your friends' thing. I'm not saying you should go and steal, like something that belongs to you, that is on your name, bro. You might want to consider selling it, that you are not using. Something that you are not using, anything that you are not. Believe me, it is not good to sell things to fund things. But if in situation like this, it is a business. We're talking about business here, so at times you might want to consider selling some things to start up your business. So that's why I'm bringing up this particular idea. But if it is something you are using, or something that does not belong to you, bro, please do not sell it. So the second one on my list is working a job. So what I mean by this working a job is basically working for people. Might be a labor, I might call it a labor, or maybe as a salary earner, maybe as a government worker. Yeah, as a government worker, or maybe just get anything to do, like staying in shops for people, laboring, like just find anything to do that can give you money by working for people. Maybe you help people to do things, and they pay you afterwards, or maybe just like a salary, like a monthly, like they pay you. Maybe it can be weekly and can also be monthly. Yeah. So that one is the second option. Now moving on to number 3 on my list is look for brokers that are giving out no deposit bonus. I don't know if there are still brokers like that, but back then, when we were lacking funds back then in the years, there were opportunities to see some brokers like that. I wouldn't like to call names of companies now, or names of brokers now, but believe me, there are brokers like that they have no deposit bonus. If you just register with them, automatically they will give you, like, maybe it could be $50, it could be $100 without any deposit. But there will be terms and conditions tied to this type of trading. There will be terms and conditions tied to this type of opportunity. You feel me? So like you have to trade to a certain percentage, and like lot size restriction, and maybe news and stuff. Just literally, if you know about prop firm trading, it is kind of slightly related to that, yeah, because there will be some kind of restriction and just basically terms and conditions tied to it. You feel me? And I personally have tried this before. 1 or 2 of my posts, of the trades I post there from trading a small account, is from a broker. It is a no deposit bonus from a broker that I was able to raise from a very small amount to scale. I was able to scale it up to something significant, let me put it that way, and I withdraw my money to fund my account and trade from there. Or you can also withdraw your money and just chill whatever you want to do with the money. You feel me? So you can also consider this one. Just go online, click like search for brokers with no deposit bonus, and it is not under most. Okay, we are actually dealing with people with literally no money, but I just want to use this as a bonus. If you actually have little money as well, you might want to consider brokers that give you 50% bonuses as well. That if you deposit a certain amount of money, they will give you like 50% bonus. So meaning if you deposit $50, they will give you extra $50 bonus. Now you now have an equity of $100. You feel me? Or if you have $20, if you deposit that at $20, they will give you extra 100%, rather 100% bonus. I'm talking about 100% bonus. My bad. So if you deposit that $20, they will give you extra $20. Now you have like $40 equity you can trade from and make money from. So to cut the long story short, that is our number 3. Moving on to number 4, which is having a service you can render. Like in terms of render, it's a service you can render to people, that something that you can sell. Basically, let me put it that way. A service you can sell. And what I'm talking about, this one, believe me, this one is different from the number 2 where I said working a job. I'm not saying you want to work a job on this one. This one is a service you can sell, like a skill you personally have that you can sell. Like let me say, in terms of instruments, I'm also an instrumentalist. I play both guitar, keyboard, and some other instrument like that. Like at times I can have a gig like that. Maybe I go for a show where I'll go and play, and they'll pay me money after that show, or even before they start the show. Or maybe you have other skill like graphics design. There are a whole lot of skill now, both online and offline. Maybe graphics design, web development, social media management, 3D animation, guest posting. There are a whole lot of things like this. You can use them to work on sites like Fiverr, Upwork, freelancing. You can open a portfolio or open a profile. Have a profile on maybe what is this name called? I can't really remember the name again. Just any freelancing site like that, where you just open an account with them and you go there, you see clients you can work for without stressing yourself too much, provided you are professional in your skill or you are professional in what you are doing. And that's why it's very, very important to be good at what you are doing, because if you know what you are doing, definitely more people will still come back to patronize you when you start having a client and start having those reviews, because review is also important. You feel me? For those that does not have one of these things I've listed or I'm talking about, I will advise you to go and learn one. So number 5 here, which is the last one, is leverage on people who can give you money for free. Bro, you are not that bad. I know you are not that bad. You must at least, you are not a witch, you are not a wizard. So if you are not so bad, you must definitely at least see some people that can give you little change that you can gather. Even I'm not talking about someone that can give you about just that can dash you $1,000. Of course, some people are like that, but if you are like that, then you are not in our category of we that are not so open to funding opportunities. Because if you can see someone to give you a whole $500 or a whole $1,000, especially in African country, you are not part of this, so you better just stop this video here and just go and meet the big boys. Back to that number 5, you might just gather little change, maybe from your own family, and if you have a generous boyfriend or an understanding babe or relative, just anybody close around you, because obviously I'm very sure you can't go outside to go and be asking money from people, or someone that does not know you should just come and bless you with one money like that, just like that, without doing anything for them. The point is just put little things together to make it bulk or to make it huge, and you can start trading off from there or live your life from there. Now, before you go, I want you to listen to this particular part. It is very, very important. And before I go to that last part, if you are still watching this video till now, I want you to click the like button and make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. So going to the last orientation I want to give to you guys is, like I said, all these things I've listed does not relate to those people that are still in the practice mode. Let me put it like that are still newbies or beginners. I'm talking to those people who have proven strategies already, because before you even consider looking for funds to fund your live account or real account. You must have spent a whole lot of time on demo to have a proven strategy that you trust, something that I trust, that okay, if you should sell this thing, you are very sure that if you fund your account, you trade. If you fund account to trade, you will see it back. Or let me say, there's high probability. You have trading is not so promising, but that's how I love using the language of high probability. There's high probability that you're gonna see that your money back. And number two is to make this thing come to reality. I would advise you to minimize spending. You should be frugal with your spending. Lastly, the last advice or orientation I'm gonna give to you guys is, bro, no matter how good you think you are, regardless of how good you think you are or how sure you believe your strategy, please, for God's sake, do not borrow money to trade. Read my lips. Do not borrow money from anybody to trade, be it your family, be it an outsider, or anybody. Start with your own money until you have a strong fit. So that will be all for this video. If you find value in this video, once again, make sure you like the video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and turn on the post notification bell, so whenever I drop valuable contents like this, you come back to, you will be notified and come back to watch. So I wish you good luck. I hope one of these things work for you, or all of them works for you, just for in case of those people that would like to try everything. I told you guys already, these things are what I personally have tried and they worked for me. So I believe these things are definitely going to work for you too as well. Once again, never forget, you guys are not alone. You all should have a good one. Peace.